Hi, thank you for stopping by. My name is Mary Fay, and I have been a genealogist since 1990 when I lost my father. In that time, I have used many genealogy programs, Family Tree Maker, My Heritage, Gramps, Generations, Family Historian, Mac Family Tree, Roots Magic 7, 6, 7, 8, and 9, as well as the major online sites like Ancestry, MyHeritage, Family Search, WikiTree. And of all the programs I have used over the years, none have been as impressive as Heredis 2023 World for the Mac. So this first tutorial, I'm just going to go through the basics, beginning use of Heredis 23. There seems to be a shortfall of tutorials for Americans, English-speaking people for this program. So I thought I'd fill that gap in. Let's get into it. You have installed Heredis and opened it, and this is the screen you come to. So you can start with an entirely new family file. This is what I've done. I've not sponsored by Heredis. They haven't trained me or told me anything. I have an IT background, so I'm pretty good at hunting around inside a program and figuring things out. This is what I've done. I started with a new family tree and I gave it a name. So we're going to name this Heredis Tutorials. Save. And it has brought up a new window for me. And I need to create the first person. So here we can just click on create the first person and enter that information. So I'm going to say this is Hewitt Pulaski. He is a male. He was a farmer. He was legitimate. And since I don't remember the exact date, I'm going to say circa 1856 in Athens County, Ohio. And I do not remember when he died, so I'm just going to add him just like that. You'll see that was quite simple and easy to add him. Now, if you look up here, you'll see these tabs: Family, Data, History, Search, and Graphs. And under this, for the Family tab, we have Immediate Family, which is Pulaski, and his parents, and his grandparents. And if he had a wife and children, they would appear below him. So let's say we want to import a GEDCOM to populate this file faster. We would go to File, Import. You can import a Heredis file, a GEDCOM file, or a Family Search file. I would caution anyone who does genealogy and wants true and accurate information: do not import from Family Search. There is unintentional bad data on Family Search trees. You want to go to the website, review everything, and honestly manually enter good data. So we're going to choose a GEDCOM file. It's going to warn us that we're importing a file into an existing family file and that you cannot revert or change this action. So we're going to click OK. And we're going to choose the GEDCOM file we should already have. So in order to do that here, I must go to Genealogy, and I've got GEDCOMs under Program Databases. Let's import Daniel Way. I'm going to choose that GEDCOM. This is quite a small file, but it should give us enough to go through some tutorials. We're going to open. It says it's found 99 people, 79 families, 6 sources. Do we want it to automatically identify places? I am going to choose yes and click next. Do we want it to import sources and pictures? So process given names in quotes as. Do you want those quotes to be nicknames or usual given name? If they're in quotes, I say nickname. We want these sources to be imported. If we have media associated with that GEDCOM file, we will choose import pictures and select a folder. I do not have media associated with this GEDCOM, so I will not import pictures. And honestly, I wish I had not done that with my main genealogy file, because when it imported the pictures, I lost all the picture names that I had. So I'm in the process of going through and individually correcting that. And that's a whole process. I'll do that in another video. And down here, assign a new source to. You can either do all events, all persons and events, all persons, events, and facts. Honestly, I don't remember what I chose when I did this with my main file, so let's choose the one that's all inclusive. I believe what's going to happen is this GEDCOM imported date and the name of the GEDCOM will be created in the file as a source and attached to all of these people, so you know where they came from. So now I'm going to click import, and I'm going to say okay, and look at all these people we suddenly have on the left. So now that we have imported our GEDCOM, and this is our first person, I can see that his daughter came over in that GEDCOM. So I'm going to click on his data page. And this is where we have the information for Mr. Hewitt. It shows his surname, any prefix or suffix attached, any nickname, his gender, his given name, his occupation, a title if he has one, a user number if he's been assigned a, say you imported this from MyHeritage. The MyHeritage number will populate in here. The details that we previously entered. So we want to connect him to his daughter, Rita Edith Hewitt, which is right here. So I'm going to go to Family Group Data. And over here where it says Children, you can see it shows his parents' names if they were entered. His families would be his wives, and children, of course, are his children. So we're going to add a child, and we know that child's name is Reba, and I believe she was born in 1905. Yes. All of these windows are adjustable, guys. See? Everything is adjustable here. I like having as much information open and at me so I know always where I'm at. Notice the red arrow. Click to enter additional data for this new person or choose another person. So we know she is in the database through the GEDCOM. We're going to click that and matching persons right here. I'm going to choose her and I'm going to choose. So now we have Miss Reba Edith attached to the person we entered first in our database. Now, if we go to family, we will see she shows up as Pulaski Hewitt's daughter. Let's now jump over to a different person so that we can see how this view changes. What about Mr. Salisbury? Okay, we'll try this one. I'm going to left click on this road away and pull her up. What I've done, and this is important so that you know how Heredis works, I have changed the primary person in Heredis. I have not changed the root person. If I click on root, it's going to go back to Pulaski Hewitt, who is the very first person I entered into this database. I can change who that is if I choose. And right now, because he is in this position, he is in focus, he is the primary person. Let's go back to Miss Rhoda. I can go up here and click back, and I'm back at Miss Rhoda. Or I can jump over here and type her name, Way Rhoda, and double click her. And she's the primary person. The whole point of me going to Miss Rhoda Way was so that you can see that she is set as the primary person. We can see her husband. We can see her 10 children. We can see who her parents were and who her grandparents were. Now, if we choose extra, extra large family in this family tab, we can see a larger view of all of those people. This shows you where in your tree you are. You can zoom out, you can zoom in, you can go up here to the wheel and say, I want to see the other spouses of the ancestors of the primary person. We can go up here. You have a lot of choices on what you can see. You can export it to PDF so that you can print it if you choose. Now, ancestors is a very nice pedigree view of 7 generations. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 generations. Clicking on the wheel again in this view, you can specify 4, 5, or 6 generations. You can choose whether you want to display empty boxes or not. That's no empty boxes, and that is empty boxes. You can turn the location tree on. This is city. What this does is, you'll notice these colors up here. It tells you what you have in the birth location of that person. You can change it from city to county to state, and it's not showing up because it's obviously not filled in this GEDCOM. To country, to no coloring, and the descendants, this will show you a nice pretty report of those of Miss Rhoda's descendants. You can go to the wheel, you can choose options, and you can choose how many generations. If you want to display duplicate lines, you can choose the numbering method, lettered, Abbeville, or no numbering. You can choose the way the names are displayed, William of Hatfield or of Hatfield William. Prefix, suffix, if you want all the given names or only the first given name, or the usual given name, or the first given name and initials of others, whatever you choose in there. The same for given names. You can include their occupation or title. You can choose how the date is displayed, and the places. You have a number of options for the places. I prefer city, county, state, province, country, and subdivision, because through census records we can determine their address or township or such, and that will add that additional information into this nice little report. And that is the family tab for Heredis 2023. The next tab we will go over in the next video will be the data tab. That is likely to be a long video unless I break it up into shorter videos. So if you have questions, please comment, send them to me. I will answer them. Will I do tutorials on other programs? Possibly, if there are enough questions asked about a certain program, I will be happy to help you out. Thank you. Please like, please subscribe, and I'll get the next video out ASAP.